Today's video is about your hips. They are the foundation and powerhouse of almost any sport. Running, jumping, squatting, and lunging. These are all things we do almost every day in the gym. And if we're not actually using our legs in a sport or activity, our hips are still working by stabilizing our pelvis and core. There are many motions of the hip. Flexion, or kicking your leg in front of you. Extension, or kicking your leg behind you. Abduction, abduction, or kicking your leg out to the side. Adduction, or kicking your leg in front of you across your midline. External rotation. And finally, internal rotation. Hips should be mobile and move like they were designed to move, or other parts of your body can suffer, mainly your back and/or your knees. Weakness in your hips can also translate into your back or knees taking unnecessary loads. We all know bridges, clamshells, and walking sideways with the band around your knees to warm up your hips. I'm going to share a mobility exercise plus 2 strengthening exercises that anybody can do at home. So you're standing on one foot. I'm going to stand on my left leg, and you're going to lift your right leg up and over this foam roller. Slow and controlled. Touch your toe back down, and then come back around. And you can reset by putting your whole foot down or just touch your toe. And the key is to go nice and slow, especially as you come around. You're going to want to drop your leg down really fast. Don't let it come down really fast. Slow through the whole movement. So you can do a few times on the right and then switch legs. All right, we're going to do an exercise for your hip flexors, or the front of your hips. A lot of people complain of tightness, and this can be because the majority of us sit during the day when we're working. So they can get tight. It can also be your body's way of protecting that area if there's a problem with weakness in your hips or your back. But we're gonna do some marching with the resistance band. I have a smaller one that you're gonna put around your feet, so the top of your feet. You're gonna lay on your back and you're gonna bend your knees and hips. And we're going to do a march, which is actually lengthening and then working the hip. So as one foot comes back, that's contracting the muscle, and the other one goes out, that's lengthening. So we're just going to go back and forth. And this is a way of stretching by tiring them out, and it actually causes your hip flexors to relax a little bit. So you're going to lay on your back. Bend your knees and your hips at 90 degrees. For this one, your butt is still on the ground. We're going to change that. And you're going to push into the band and then switch. So you're going to do about 20 or 30 of these. And then to make it a little harder, I have a bench here, which I don't know if you can see. So now my feet are up on the bench. So put your heels up on the bench. You're going to lift your butt up as you pull one back, and then you can place it down. So now you're activating your glutes, which will in turn turn off your hip flexors to help them relax a little bit too. And we're strengthening your glutes. And this can get pretty tiring. So about 20, 30 of those also. I hope you could see that. Last exercise, you're gonna do this on a box, a bench. I have a couple plates stacked up. The higher you go, the more difficult it's gonna be. So you're gonna stand on one foot. That's really the best way to strengthen your hips, because even if you're moving one leg, you're actually strengthening the leg you're standing on, because your hip muscles have to stabilize your pelvis. So it's like a 2-for-1 exercise. So you're going to step up on a step, a box, a couple plates. You're gonna raise up your right knee, tap it down behind you, raise your knee back up. Tap your foot out to the side, raise your knee back up. Now cross it behind you, kind of like a curtsy, raise it back up. So again, back, knee up, out to the side, knee up. Cross it behind you, knee up. So you can make it harder by grabbing onto a kettlebell or a dumbbell and then raising up your step. So that's it for your hips. Hope you learned something. Again, no music, sorry, but you got my birds in the background. Have a great day.